So I haven't done anything with markers for a while, so I decided that I would do just some little doodles that you can use to practice with your markers, whatever you want to do. So the first one, and I've already sketched them out. Let me just erase them just a little bit. We have a whale, a hermit crab, a fish, starfish, a cute little sea lion because I'm just in love with the sea lion, and a crab. But let me erase some of these dark marks. Of course, I am going to outline these with some black marker as well and add some black marker details so they will be just fine. But I just wanted to do something simple. My daughter's going to the beach this weekend, so these are beach inspired from her little trip that she's going on. So the first one I'm going to do is the whale. And I think I'm going to use this sort of denim color. And I am just going to outline him with the denim color at first. And now if you're part of my Patreon, you will get the outline drawings for this so that you don't have to draw them yourself, but you are certainly welcome to draw them yourself if you are so inclined. So I like this denim color for this whale. It came out a lot prettier than I thought it was. And I am in my sketchbook. I am using, let me get this a little bit closer so you can see better. In my sketchbook, it is a mixed media sketchbook. So the paper's holding up pretty well for these markers. My journal paper does not hold up quite as well. So I have his the dark part, and then he's got sort of a little smile. I'm just going to give him a smile with this yellow color, and then I want to use a warm gray, I think. Let me see what color that is. Yes, he's actually white. You know, he has the white belly, but to sort of differentiate his belly from the white of the paper, just going to use some of this warm gray to shadow in that belly. And I think just because it's a doodle, since I gave him sort of a little golden mouth on his fins here on this outer edge, I'm just going to do a little bit of that same gold just to keep him unified and so that his mouth just doesn't stick out. I might even put a little bit of it on his tail. Yeah, I mean, these are just doodles. We're not trying to make him look realistic. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and while that is drying, I am going to come over here with some really pale. What I need to do is I need to separate these colors so that I'll remember which ones I used. So that when I do the supply list, which I do for all my patrons on Patreon, when I do my supply list, then I will have I'll know what colors I used. So on the back half of his little shell, I'm just going to do this sort of lavendery purple. Again, he's just a little bit of a doodle, so we're not going for realistic colors. Let's see. Let's try this kind of pale yellow, see what it looks like. We'll do that across the top part. I'm going to pull some of this so that you can see his... Yeah, I'm going to just blend that into the yellow a little bit. There. And I'm going to do like a solid purple sort of band right here, or lavender, whatever you can call that. And here his undershell, because he's just kind of peeking out from that shell. He's so cute. He's just a cute cutie pie. Maybe I want to make this a little bit thicker. Yeah. And then I'm just going to take this purple and just sort of dot it across in some broken color. That gives it a little bit of a detail. Plus it gives it some design, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It gives it a little bit of a design. Oh, I got to remember to put the ones that I'm using on one side. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah. So we're going to take this sort of light orange, orangey yellow. I'm going to color in his little legs. I think I'm going to buy another one of these mixed media sketchbooks. It's from Canson and it's very inexpensive. And I really like the way that it has performed. Oh, and his body is orange as well. We're going to go around his little eyes. I want his eyes to stay white. There. He is such a cutie. Now let me see. Let's go with a darker orange. I'm trying the colors out on this other page. So while it's still just a little bit wet, let's put a little shadow here and there. We can put them on his little legs. On his claws, just some of that orange. And then I think what I'm going to do is take some yellow, some of that pale yellow, and blend that. Oh yeah, exactly what I wanted to do. Just blend that with some pale yellow. And remember, we're going to come back with a black fine liner and add details to my little buddy here. And we might use a white gel pen as well. These are just doodles, something that you can practice on when you're bored. And if you want to clean your marker, because I don't want that orange to stay on there, you just do like that. You just take it to a clean paper and run that across a few times, and that will clean the tip of your marker. We're going to let him dry. We're going just a little at a time. I'm going to go on this one, this fish now. We're going to do all the marker at the end. So I'm doing a really pale stripe here. It's just like a nice little lemony yellow. And I may just do this with some. And then I am going to take this. Let me see what this orange looks like. I don't know about that. Let's see, what does this orange look like? I want something. No, that's still not what I'm looking for. All right, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna take these other stripes with this sort of a paler orangey yellow color. And I think that I am going to come and do just a little bit of this orange at the bottom, just to give it a little bit of dimension, a little bit here and there. And then I'm going to take my pale yellow and blend that out. There we go. Gonna let him dry because we're gonna come back and do some gonna do our details. Now we're gonna do our starfish. I'm just gonna do that pale orange and just color him in. I really like how this paper is doing with this marker. It seems like it's even better than my marker paper. I don't know. Now I'm going to take not that color. I'm going to take a darker color of orange, but I want it to look subtle, and we're going to do a shape right in the center. Just sort of the same starfish pattern with this darker orange. And then with an even darker, almost red, I'm going to do a little pattern, little dots on each little arm or leg. I don't know. Is it an arm? Is it a leg? I don't know. But we are going to do patterns of little dots. Down each appendage. We'll call it an appendage. Then I think I'm going to do just sort of some little wavy design around the edge, just to give it a little something extra. There. I'll let him dry, or her. I don't know which she is. We'll work on our little crab. On our little crab next. I am going to do his shell, sort of this wild, I don't know, blue-green color. Do I have any blue out? I don't have any pale blue. We'll just keep on with this. I'm making him pretty dark. And give him little points around his shell. Then I think I'm going to put some little dots on him. Some little darker green dots on his shell just to give him a pattern. Remember, these are doodles. It's not realistic necessarily. So I'm just going to do some, then I'm going to make some little darker green chunks on his arms. He's got little chunky arms. Just put those in. I'm just doing little triangles for the sections in his legs and arms. Just little elongated triangles, sort of. A little touch there. Let's see. And then I'm going to come in here with some blue, just a nice warm blue, and do the rest of the segments of his legs. Whatever these little paddle things are back here coming out of his backside, we're going to just do those in blue as well. And then I'm just going to take some of this orange and do his tips of his claws. He is very colorful. Very nice. Now our last but not, I keep forgetting to put it on this side. Last but not least, let's do our sea lion. Oh, let me see if this is the color I want to do. No, that's too dark. Maybe I'll do him a little pale gray. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to color his body. With this sort of purpley gray. And I avoided his eyes, and I have avoided his little nose up here. His little snout, and you'll see why in a minute. Get his tail in there. There. Then I'm going to take that pale gray that I used on the whale's bottom, and we're going to color in his face. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a darker gray and just put some shadows. Just to give him some shape. And remember, we're coming back with a pen now. I'm gonna let him dry. Although I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this pale gray here. Smooth some of that out. Yeah, just smooth it out just a little bit. All right, now let's get a final liner here. What size do I have? There's a size 1. That'll be good. We'll use that. We will start on our whale. We're just gonna outline him. He should be dry now. These are just the cutest little doodles for summertime. They're simple, they're quick, something you can practice doing. Let's give him a little smile. Let's outline his body color too. Let's give him an eye. And if we want to, we can just do a few little lines. There. We can outline this as well, where they separate, where the two colors separate. We can give him a bigger smile like that. You can do some lines on his tail. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my gel pen and we're gonna give him some dots just to lighten him up. Just give him some little dots. Maybe give his fins a little highlight. There. Now we have our cute little whale doodle. Now we're going to work on our cute little hermit crab. I'm going to outline his eyes pretty thickly. Give him a little smile. And put some little bitty eyeballs inside. And then we're going to outline him. There's a little underneath his shell. He is looking cute with his little turban on. That's what he reminds me of, like he's got a little turban. And you can do a little bit of line work to make this look more like shadow over here, if you want. And do that under his little chin as well. You can even do some dots. Just do some little dots on his claws, on his legs. And maybe some lines here just to make him shadowy. More dots on his claw legs. There, I think he's done. I think let's do a few little dots right there. There. Yeah, he is cute. I like him. Now we're going to go to our fish here. I'm going to outline his eye and then put another eye inside of there and outline him. outline his fin so I don't lose it. And then I am just going to blacken in that edge. Outline his other fin. I'm going to give them a little bit of a black highlight or low light, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do some black stripes in between his darker orange and his yellow color. I think I got two kind of fishes mixed up here. I'm doing the coloring of one kind of fish and the shape of a different kind. I'm also going to make this sort of really dark. Pattern. There. He's looking good. Alright, now on his back fin or his tail fin, I'm just going to do some lines, and then I think I'm going to make a little black pattern there as well. Do some lines here. Alright, let's see about just doing a little bit of highlights here and there. They don't show up as well on the yellow, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Now we're going to go to our starfish and outline him or her, I don't know. Outline the little pattern that we drew or colored on there. And then I'm going to take my white pen, do some little dots on top of that with my gel pen. Give them little highlights. Maybe a few little highlights around the edges here. There. Now let's work on our cute little sea lion. We're going to outline him. And I might have gotten a little bit out of line, but I'm not going to worry about it. Have some nice dark eyes, and then a cute little triangular nose. Do some dots on his little cheeks. And some cute little whiskers. He is so cute. And you can do some line work on him as well to maybe give him a little bit of shadowing here and there. No, we'll just leave that. We are going to use our white to give him a little bit of a highlight down his back. Put some highlights on his fins. And a little highlight on his cheeks. He is cute. He is cute, cute, cute. Oh, let's get a little highlight on his nose. There we go. Last but not least, our crab. And I'm sorry about the lighting. It's getting late. So my light is coming over and shining directly in my window. So we're just going to outline our little crab. But I hope you enjoy these fun little doodles, just little pieces of art that you don't have to get too serious over. You can have fun with. You can use whatever colors that you want to use. You don't have to use the colors I used. If you are part of my Patreon, if you're a patron, you will get the supply list and the outline drawings if you are in the $5 and above tiers, and that would be my dabblers. So you might consider joining that. I will link it below in the description, just in case you might want to take advantage of that. There are tons of tutorials on my Patreon. Now we're going to do his little eyes down here poking out. There. I'm going to do a little bit of line work here and there just to give it some more shadow and texture along his arms here. I'm just doing straight little dashes, just lines. And our little dove is cheering us on. Put some little dots on the back of his paddles. Then we're going to do the same thing with our white marker. We're going to put some highlights on some of these dots. I'm just going to dab it on there, and you can use white gouache if you have white gouache. I'm just using my pen, it's easier. Give his shell a few little highlights here and there. Give his little arms some highlights. And come back over those highlights so they'll be a little bit brighter. Is looking cute. Some highlights on all of his little segments of his legs. He's still wet because he just got out of the ocean. He was just swimming. So we want to put plenty of highlights everywhere to really make him look like he's a little bit shiny as best as we can for our doodles. And I'm gonna call these done. These are cute. I'm thanking you for watching. I'm sorry about the lighting, but these came out really good, and I hope you give them a try. Until next time, happy painting!